Hello, everybody, and welcome to our new series, which is called Random Podcast, because we're going to be taking a longer podcast format with just two people, me and Jiho, with the co-owners of the channel, talking together. So today we're talking about Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Also, before we begin, time for some obligatory shilling. As you probably noticed, listening to my terrible, awful, repulsive voice, the audio quality is quite bad. That's because we don't have proper mics. However, if you were to maybe like and subscribe, we could make the monies and get the real mics. Shilling is finished. Give us money. Also, you haven't heard his beautiful voice before, but this is Jiho.
This is me. This is me playing Cluster Truck in the background. As you can see, I'm a professional speedrunner. I'm not.
Yeah, I can't actually see the footage, but I bet he's dying over and over again. So, Jiho, what do you think about Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
Well, I liked the movie. It was a decent movie. It wasn't as bad as the previous movie we reviewed, Ava. Like, it didn't make me want to throw up. Okay, so that's a good sign. That's a good start.
Yeah.
It did kind of have this like, what you call it, like low. It's like intentional kind of low quality, if you get what I mean. It's
like the hyper stylized.
Yeah, which I don't mind.
I felt like in a way it was like the polar opposite to Ava, because you've got Ava, it's like this tropey, boring, whereas this felt almost the exact opposite. Like,
yeah, it didn't take
I never
itself
lost
seriously.
interest. No, it very much didn't. I thought Michael Cera was brilliant. He was really good as the character. But my issue was with the structure of the story, because like it felt like they got there. I obviously know this is adapted from a comic book, but I'm just going to take it as its own movie. It felt like they got their seven evil exes. For people that haven't seen the movie, kid called Scott Pilgrim wants to date someone, so he's got to defeat their seven evil exes.
Oh yeah,
in
spoiler
combat.
warnings, obviously.
Obviously, massive spoiler warning if you haven't seen it. And basically, I didn't love it because it felt like they had their seven evil exes, and then they sort of planned the story around that. So everything in between just felt kind of meaningless for me. But and I've seen like all of Edgar Wright's movies. I've seen the Cornetto trilogy, which is the ones with Simon Pegg, which is Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, and The World's End. And I've also seen Baby Driver, which is actually my favourite movie of all time. And I just felt like it sort of lacked that sort of style that the others had. Because it had its own style, but it didn't have that. I never went, oh wow, that's a really cool shot there. I thought that's a creative shot, but it's a video game, isn't it? It looks like a video game.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing though, another positive. I know you're talking about the negatives, but I'm just gonna switch right on back to the positives. One positive thing was that because it's comic book style, it gave me almost like a. Have you seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah, it did feel like that, didn't it?
Yeah, because one of the scenes I remember is he hit his head on like a wall or something, and it said thunk. And that is pretty insignificant, but like it just gave me that vibe of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I love that movie. In a way, now I think about it, I feel like they probably could have done it animated, and it probably would have been a little bit better, in my opinion.
It fits more of an animated style because it's like it's not a realistic movie by any means.
No, and there was a few moments where the VFX were a bit like sketch, like spoiler warning. The fight against the partnership, the two evil exes, the DJs, with the dragons, I was like, that is sus. That is not good.
It would have looked so much better in an animation style. You just get to draw everything.
Maybe, yeah. Also, it's adapted from a comic book, and they were like little animated sections. I think there was one at the beginning of the first fight. It felt really comic booky, and it had those, reoccurring video game stuff. I remember there was a scene with like sampling from a Zelda game. There's a scene where he goes to the toilet to take a piss, and it literally samples music from Ocarina of Time, I believe. And I thought like, wow, that's really cool. But I don't know, man. I feel like. Have you ever seen the movie 300? The 300 by Zack Snyder.
Is that about the 300 Spartans or?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I know of it. I've never watched it.
yeah. When I saw that movie, I was thinking like, this is cool, but the sort of stylized elements. That's another movie based off a comic book. I thought, but the stylized, the hyper stylized, it's all about the filming and the action. Sort of
Yeah.
took the emphasis on plot away. And if there's no plot, then you don't care about the action. And that's almost the issue I had with this, because the plot was a lot. I didn't really care about the characters, and Edgar Wright had this problem in Baby Driver, where you're not really invested in Baby's relationship. But like, I feel like Baby Driver did it better, because in this movie you've got Scott, Ramona, and Knives, and those are your three characters, and those are the three characters. There are others. There's that ginger girl, but those are the three characters that I found memorable, and you sort of need more than that. And to carry an action-orientated movie, you can just go with character. That's what a lot of films do. But I don't know. I just felt like you needed more of it. More characters. Not more characters. Characteristic. But I like the fight sequences. What would you say your favourite fight sequence was, Shiho?
I actually find it quite cool when he like pulled out the sword and he came back to life and then pulled out the other sword. That was the sword combat at the very end with the.
Yeah, that was really cool. Everyone was like dropping into coins and stuff.
Yeah.
I felt what was the one I loved? I liked the first fight when they almost did like the street. I hated the song. I think we actually watched this online and we skipped over the song because I'm just not a fan of music. And like, if a movie's not a musical, then don't come here with your singing and your dancing. So we skipped the song. But the section, like, I think directly after or before that was almost like a Street Fighter Mortal Kombat situation, and I thought that was cool. And then when you had to fight like the stunt doubles, that was cool. It was full of really creative, interesting action scenes.
I don't think some of the scenes just didn't hit well with me. They were like,
no,
they're like some jokes, more specifically Freddy's jokes. He gets the punch. He gets like the, what do you call it? the joke at the beginning.
So Jiho's trying to insult me, but he can't actually figure out the structure of a joke. Carry on.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So he doesn't land the punchline well. That's what I mean.
I like to think it funny that you just tried to make a joke about me not landing the punchline well after stuttering for like 30 seconds.
Disclaimer, English is my first language.
Oh, so you're gonna play that card on us now? Have you ever seen John Wick 3?
No, I've never seen a John Wick.
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World felt like that movie, because people that like John Wick 1, I felt had a strong plot. The writing could be a bit on the nose. Keanu Reeves, please don't kill me, but Keanu Reeves isn't the best actor in the world. But by John Wick 3, it was like the most. It was like.
That.
I know. I'm so sorry. Please, just like don't hurt me. By John Wick 3, it was like like all of the. They had planned out the set pieces first. They had planned out the action scenes first. And they're like, oh, we can have this cool scene where he's fighting and there's dogs. Oh, we can have this scene where he's like got a bunch of knives and it's. And then after that, they were like, okay, so here's the plot so that we can tie these together. And I think that's what they did with Scott Pilgrim. I'm sure they adapted some scenes from the comics. I've never read the comics. And I'm sure a lot of this comes from the comics. But I felt like the main problem was that it felt like they had the 7 fights and they had them fleshed out and they were great fights. All of them were good fights. I really liked the one where he was like the guitar battle, where he was fighting against the vegetarian dude. That was pretty cool. Yeah. They had their fights already, and there was like the plastic cups. Sorry, I'm geeking out about that part now. And they had the plastic cups like all on the ground. Oh, it was epic. But then they had those fights, but then the bits in between they had written, and it's like, okay, so we need this next fight to be at this party. So how does Scott get to this party? And then like moved it along. At least that's how I felt about it. But the comedy was good. What do you think about the comedy?
Unlike Freddy's comedy, it was actually landed quite well. It was obviously cheesy. Like as soon as you accepted the fact that it's not gonna be it's like American comedy, like
Yeah, like
cheesy.
Americans don't know subtlety. Like,
Yeah. But once
Yeah.
you've accepted that, it's pretty decent. Like
yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought I think her name's Aubrey Plaza, the girl from Parks and Rec, who worked at the coffee shop, not his sister. Girl from Parks and Rec who worked at the
oh
coffee
yeah,
shop.
the other person.
She was good. Michael Sarah was good. I felt like the girl from Pitch Perfect, I keep forgetting names, but the girl from Pitch Perfect, who was his sister, I didn't think she did anything in the story. Or I guess in her...
I think
like,
they just got her because they can slap her name on the...
Yeah, on like the title. It felt like you could take her out of the story, and not only would the plot not be affected, because there's a couple characters that don't really do anything in the plot, but like the actual... I wouldn't lose anything. She didn't really have any good jokes. Whereas with, for example, some of the side characters,
like the band
the
members.
ginger girl, the band members, they felt like they had their jokes, they had their moments. That was cool. I enjoyed it. But I felt like, what did the sister do that was funny or enjoyable, like in the plot? She just didn't do anything, and that was my issue with her. But like her performance was fine, I guess. You know.
I mean, she's a professional actor.
Yeah, I mean, you can't fault her. She's a great actress, but like, you know, her performance was, it was good. But I don't know. I felt like the writing. It pains me to say this. I don't know if Edgar Wright wrote this movie, but if he did, it pains me to say this. I didn't like the plot. I just didn't like the writing seemed was great. I just didn't like the plot enough. I wouldn't watch it again. I just don't think I would. I've seen Baby Driver, I think 5 or 6 times. And I've enjoyed it every time. I love it. It's my favourite movie. But I just can't see myself being motivated to go back and watch that movie again. Simply because it's just like, you know, a lot of dead space in between X fights.
Yeah, it's like it's a one-off movie. Like, if you watch it once, it's fine. Like, it's not ruining my eyesight, making me throw up. Unlike Freddy's face.
Oh, come on. I thought you were going to tie it to Ava there, and I was so happy. I was like, yeah, my boy's finally started criticising Ava in his everyday life. God, that movie sucks. I might just railroad this into why that movie sucks so much.
We're going to have to add to the title review of
I
Scott
felt
Pilgrim.
like I got all my points out in the 4-minute short review, but like, God, I just want to pound that movie, not in that way, but I just want to verbally, verbally. I know you're editing this video. Calm down. No, I want to verbally just kill it because I hate it.
Oh, that's gonna be so fun to animate in PowerPoint.
Oh God! Oh guys, another reason why you should like and subscribe, because that was deliberate, by the way. I have a funny mic. Another reason you should like and sub is because then we can get proper editing software that isn't PowerPoint, because I say we. Jiho edits everything in PowerPoint at the moment, and it'll be really nice.
No. I add like the animated moments in PowerPoint. The actual video editing is in a free video editing software, which is good. It's like
don't say their names though. They haven't paid us.
Okay.
Pay us. We're open. We're open for sponsorships, guys. We have an audience of 1 person.
No, we
what
have
do you think the chances are?
Yeah, those chances.
What do you think the chances are that someone actually makes it to the end of this video?
Well, looking at the what you call it,
How long have we been on this call?
Probably for about 10 minutes. Anyway,
15.
You can look at the average view time in YouTube stats.
Oh yeah.
I looked at them. Previous video was 2 minutes on the average, or 1 minute 30.
God, we've been betrayed.
Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. This is we're meant to variety.
This is what podcasts are for. Yeah. So for people that have actually got this far, congratulations, achievement. Because it's a podcast, what I would do is, this isn't like I'm not forcing you to do anything. I listen to podcasts while I'm doing boring stuff, like when I'm tidying my room, when I'm playing video games. Not the video games are boring. So you just put this on in the background while you know, I don't know, what do normal people do? Talking, socializing, walking with my leg. breathing air. You know how it is. But just put this on the background, and it'll be cool. I know it's 15 minutes, but we're gonna make it longer. We're gonna artificially inflate it.
Yeah, just like the German economy in 1929.
What the hell was? What was the point of that? Why would you do such a thing? I was gonna segue in there because I watched this podcast recently. And it was about like Dark Souls. It was called The Escapist. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Slightly Civil War.
We can't promote other channels.
Sorry, it was called Schmeitly Schmivel Schmore. Pay us, do it. And they did this thing where they went through like Dark Souls and they went on the Steam stats of how far people got, and they were trying to guess how far people would get. And I thought that'd be interesting. I was going to say we should totally do that with Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Then I realised it's a movie, and people just watch through movies.
Yeah.
Damn it, we've been robbed of good content. Well, I wouldn't say good content, but we've been robbed. So something I'd just like to say before we get back to discussion of the movie. Leave a comment of what movie you would like us to review next. It doesn't have to be a bad film. I don't want to be a channel that just reviews bad films. It can also be a game. I mean, as long as it's free. I've been playing Super Mario 3D World. If anyone wants me to see me review that, first time playing it, through on the Switch version. So yeah, anyway, back to the movie. Who would you say your favourite character was, Jiho?
Favorite character? I like G-Man. I like the main villain at the end.
Yeah, he was cool. I thought, I know this is like, I thought Michael Cera as Scott Pilgrim was great. I liked, what was the guy? The guy with the N64 shirt. He's kind of funny. One of the guitarists. It was one of the guitarists.
Oh, okay.
Sorry guys, Gio doesn't know what an N64 is.
I know what an N64 is.
Reverse nerd. You make me sick. Ugh. Do you know what the logo is though, Jiho?
Yeah, it's it's not a cube. I don't know.
That's the GameCube. Stupid.
Yeah, I realised.
Imagine not knowing about a console from like 20 years ago. Please don't fact check me on that. I can see you. I can see you writing your comment now. You're actually Nintendo 64.
Write a comment, please. YouTube statistics.
Yeah, no. Write a comment. Make it. Leave your hate comment. Make it longer than 4 words. Okay, just like F you, effing F Todd. There you go. You guys, there's your comment. I want to see that in the comments. Everyone, leave us hate. Don't dislike though. Thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up obviously, but still leave us hate comments. Like.
Leave us as many as you like. Just any comments. They don't even have to be. You don't even have to leave inherently horrible things about our personalities.
Yeah.
Oh god, there's gonna be comments like, "Oh, the main guy is so annoying."
Who is the main guy?
I'm sorry. The guy that did the review of Ava.
He's sidetracking me. I'm not important. I'm not of no. I'm of
no
use.
You're just an employee to me that doesn't get paid. You're a slave. No, just kidding. No, I literally wouldn't have.
He hasn't paid me for weeks,
guys. No, damn it. It's not like I'm actually making money though. I don't know, man. I don't know. God, when we make money from this, we're gonna hit the big time. Someone pay us. We will sponsor your product. We don't care what it is. It can be a scam. It can be a, I don't know, hot MILFs in your area.
Oh, wait, I just remember the character. You know the roommate in Scott Pilgrim? The gay roommate.
Oh, he was amazing. It's like every time he wakes up, there's another boy.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Incredible. I love how Michael Cera, I don't know if you've ever seen Arrested Development, but Michael Cera just plays the same character in like everything he's in. Like the impression is, yeah, go and slap some hoes, man. Like that'll be him in like a gangster movie. He's just this nervous kid. It's like, but in every show, he's like the Adam Sandler of, I don't know, being a child. What, Jiho?
What?
Jiho, you could say, you know how the scenes in Scott Pilgrim were hard to watch, some of them, because it was boring in between the fights.
Yeah.
You could say it's the Dark Souls of action comedy movies.
You say that way too much, man. You say
Yeah,
these
and
things.
with that, we would like to wrap up the first episode of
This
what's it
was
called again?
the random podcast.
The Random Podcast. It's not very long. That's what she
Yeah.
said, but it's not very long simply because we're not very what's the word?
We're not
Good
very
at
organized either.
talking. No, we did not plan how long this was going to be, and I'm sure that the second we get off recording, Jiho's gonna shout at me. So, Jiho, get the thing up.
I'll leave that in. I'll leave that in the video.